In the last video, I showed you how jobs being sent overseas had destroyed your ability to find any jobs other than big box stores like Home Depot and Lowe's and a grocery store and convenience store, that type of stuff. No way to pay the rent or buy a house. Well, in today's video, I want to show you the right hook, the one that finished you off. Let's pull this up here first. Name's Virgil Beersville. I'm running for senator to represent you in Washington, D.C., representing the great state of Texas. They call me the jobs guy because I pay attention to this stuff. This is the stuff you need to work your way up the ladder. Cornyn, Paxton, Collar, Allred, whatever his name is, none of them give a damn about whether you have a job or not. I do. Now, there's two types of H-1B data that you need to understand. One is the applications data. I created this little program here. I'm going to reset it for you. Start at the beginning. And basically what it does, it's going by so fast you can't even keep up with it. And that's fine. Look over in the right hand side over here. You see this tally sheet. It's scrollable. Each one of them has a link you can click on to take you and see the detail view for this one. Things many people don't know about. For instance, applications. 7,409 applications Amazon.com Services LLC has filled out for the first and second quarter of 2025. But what most people don't count, they'll count this number of applications. Whoopee! That's not the big story. Workers, 31,832. That's how many workers they wanted that they filled out those 7,409 applications for. Big difference. Big difference. Anyway, you can go down and look at all the big ones, little ones. All this thing will count. There's something like 34,195 records to be processed. That's how many companies are working to import non-immigrant guest workers on a H-1B visa to take your job. It's not that you can't find jobs. It's that they don't want you to find jobs. And all the companies are doing it. Salesforce, Adobe, Wipro, Cisco, Federal Express, all of them. Pitiful, ain't it? They're all out to make sure that you never make more than $5 an hour, $10 an hour, whatever it is. Maybe if you're lucky, 15 or 20. That's the max they want you to make. And once they get through taking all the high-paying jobs, they'll want you to make $1 or two. They just don't really give a damn about your future. Now let's look at that's the H-1B applications. All those applications do not necessarily get approved. The only numbers we have for approvals is what they call initial approvals and continuing approvals. And you say I run the totals from 2009 to 2024 here. We go out and grab the actual data. We count them all up, the whole 9 yards. If you looked at all those years, continuing approvals is 3,519,052. The initial approvals, 1,873,366. So you're looking at between 2009 and 2024, the government approving, what's that, close to 5-6 million H-1B workers. Now you'll hear all kinds of stories telling you there ain't but 600,000 of them here in America. I call bullshit on that. And the reason why, each one of these H-1Bs that are approved are good for 3 years initially and can be renewed for 3 years. So that means any one of these years you pick, theoretically could be here for 6 years. And we know from hearing stories that all kinds of people, they find all kinds of way around. If their H-1B expires, they go out and get a student visa or OPT or whatever. They get all kinds of visas until they can get another H-1B and they start the process all over again. This is why you can't find jobs, folks. Now, I can discuss this till I'm blue in the face, but I can't do a damn thing about this unless I'm in Washington, D.C. And when the media comes up and wants to talk to me about something and say, hey, we want to talk to you about this, I said, sure, that's fine. We'll talk about that. But first, we're going to talk about jobs. Jobs for Texans, jobs for Americans. Can't do anything on the outside looking in, but I can do a lot on the inside. I need your help, folks. If you want good paying jobs, you know where to find me. VBSenate.com. Name's Virgil Beersel. I could use your help spreading the word, all kinds of stuff. We're doing all kinds of wonderful things to expose what's happening. But we need your help. Can't do it by myself. Anyway, this is the right hook. I talked yesterday about the left hook that knocked you on your butt. Well, the right hook just finished you off. There are no good paying jobs. There's one other thing that's happening, but I don't have no data for it. Can't find no data for it. The jobs are being sent overseas now, big time, now that the government no longer tracks that data. Where are they going? India, Kenya, China, all over, anywhere. Mexico. Some say Canada, but it appears Canada's wising up and starting to revoke these visas. I hear the same things happen down in Australia. UK and France and all them places, they're a powder keg. They're ready to blow. All because of this immigration that's been forced on them. Not welcomed by them, forced on them. Same thing's happening here in America. Don't hear none of your senators talking about it, none of your congressmen. I'll talk about it. But I need your help to get in there. Thank you. Bye.